Everybody, it's Jason with Parallel Reality coming back with you today with an article from Outkick dated February 17th. And I had seen this article somewhere else and I wasn't going to comment on it, but now that I'm seeing it in multiple sites, I'm going to comment on it because I don't like this sort of thing. It says Canadian cyclist disinvited as speaker at women's event because of past IDF service. Because it's her fault what's going on there. And by the way, her past IDF service, you'll find out, was decades ago. So yes, it's her fault, and she should be canceled for something that she has nothing to do with. But let's go ahead and get into it. It says pro-Palestinian activists continue their aggressive campaign to silence those with any connection to Israel or Judaism. As their latest target is a Canadian cyclist, Leah Goldstein, who'd been invited to be the keynote speaker at an International Women's Day event in Ontario in March. Goldstein, though, was suddenly disinvited in January, according to the Times of Israel. Why? It's because she'd served in the Israeli army 3 decades ago. Yeah, so something that, again, she has absolutely nothing, even in the slightest way, to do with what's happening there. And they're like, oh, you're Jewish and you serve there, so you have to, sorry, you're out. Well, there's a word for that, but we'll keep going. As event organizers told Goldstein that a small but growing and extremely vocal group had been continuously complaining about her inclusion as a speaker because those people are assholes, okay? Those are the people you do not listen to, are the people that's, again, small, but, okay, they're vocal. That's what leftists usually are, okay, as a small group, but they tend to be very vocal, and they threaten people. Okay, all you need to do is tell them to F off, and they'll go away. The organization then issued a humiliating statement meant to excuse their cowardice and hypocrisy. That's what this is cowardice and hypocrisy. It says, our focus at INSPIRE, in all capital letters, has been and will always be to create safe spaces to honor, share, and celebrate the remarkable stories of women and non-binary individuals. So it's a leftist group that canceled these people. Okay. Non-binary is not a thing, the group said in a statement. Well, I'm saying that. It says, in recognition of the current situation, the sensitivity of the conflict in the Middle East, the board of INSPIRE will be changing our keynote speaker. Basically, because we are massive pussies, we are changing our keynote speaker. It's amazing how quickly organizations focused on the so-called inclusion become exclusionary as soon as the right people complain, isn't it? Yep, none of these places that say they're inclusive are actually inclusive because of stuff like this. And it's not necessarily because of the Israel-Palestine thing, but like, if I was to go to something that was one of these organizations and I was like, I was about to talk and they're like, oh no, this dude's a conservative, they'd disinvite me, but they'd be like, oh no, we're still inclusive. Like, no, you're going against that completely. Do you not understand what words mean? Is Israel Association's unacceptable for pro-Palestinian activists? It says Goldstein is an incredibly accomplished cyclist, and I'd never heard of her before this. Says winning a solo women's event that involved biking across the entire United States. Well, damn, I certainly couldn't do that. Says, but the fact that she has Israeli heritage and served in the IDF made her presence unacceptable to pro-Palestine activists, and sure enough, the women's and non-binary group caved to the very vocal pressure. I wonder if there actually was any pressure. I'd like to see what that was. Okay, or if they just made this decision on their own, which, again, wouldn't really surprise me. Says, yet again, this incident shows that inclusivity only goes so far with progressive organizations. What it means in practice is that those with the correct political ideology and background are supported, while those who are associated with the disfavored current viewpoint are excluded or punished. Goldstein told the Times of Israel that none of her speeches even touch on politics. She said, I am zero political when I speak. Honestly, there is nothing political about my presentation. I just talk about the crap that I went through and the crap that most women go through, and they still do, and how I handled it. Fair enough. It says, but her heritage and connection to the IDF were enough to activate the very vocal course of anti-Israel sentiment. And the final sentence here says, it is an embarrassment to the organization that caved to the pressure, and a depressing reminder that the ideological hierarchy will always point one way. And there's no comments on this. Okay. So yeah, just wanted to see if there was, see if anybody wanted to chime in. But yeah. This is stupid. She should absolutely not, no, this is her, okay. She absolutely should not have been canceled from this, and I'm glad she's speaking out about it, because it's just incredibly stupid, and she should still be there. So let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, and I will talk to you soon.